Hi, I'm John Pullman, professional boxing trainer, owner of Pullman's Gym in Northridge, California, and this is Pullmanomics. What seems like a long time ago now, before computers, before people text all the time on their phone or typed out everything, people used to write a lot with a pen or a pencil. We used to write in cursive sometimes. And when you learned cursive writing, there was an expression where you'd have to go back and dot all your I's and cross all your T's, right, to make sure everything was taken care of and buttoned up. You know, in the game of baseball, there's another expression where they say cover all your bases. Make sure every base is covered and so you can defend all positions. So when referring to those ideas, it brings me to boxing, right? And in particular today, we're going to talk about defending yourself after you punch, which is like covering all your bases or dot all your I's and cross all your T's. Very important thing to do to make sure everything is taken care of. We're going to start with the most basic punch today, the jab. And then we're going to use the jab and then defend ourselves after the jab. Because it's okay sometimes, right, to have defense by itself, whether you're slipping or rolling or using your feet to step back or using your hands to block. It's okay to use that sometimes without offense, like defense without offense, defense without punching back. You can do that sometimes. But you can never, I really highly recommend you can never have offense without defense. It can be very dangerous. Most people usually get hit the hardest, you know, in the middle of a punch or right after they punch if they forget to defend themselves. So it's a very, very important point of emphasis, and today we're going to start off, you know, really focusing on that. So here we have Josh. He's going to be in a good boxing stance, and we're going to go over jabbing and defending yourself. In the first move, we're going to do the jab and the step back, using your feet for defense, right? So we went over the step back and we went over a lot of these defensive moves and the jab, all these independently in other episodes, right? But now we're going to start combining some of those things, okay? So here we have Josh in a good boxing stance. And what he's going to do is he's going to shoot a good jab. He's going to take a little baby step with his front foot, bang, right? And the next step he's going to make after that is with his back foot. So he's going to take a baby step with his front foot, but then it's going to stay there. That foot's not going to move. Now his back foot's going to step back out the way. Boom! So what he does is he pushes off his front foot and gets out the way. He's throwing a jab, he's hitting the person with a good jab, and then he's getting himself out of the way, right? So I like to use these sticks a lot of times because they give me more of a reach, so they really have to get out of the way, right? So he jabs, he steps out of the way, right? And this will get out of the way at any punch. Jab, steps out of the way, right? Jab, steps out of the way. No matter what punch I throw, as long as he steps back to the right distance, he'll be able to get out of the way. And if I were to step in a little more, he'll have to step back a little more. Right, exactly. And then he's ready to do whatever he needs to do after. So that's a good jab with a step back for defense. Here we have Josh again, right? And he's going to be in a good boxing stance. And we're still going over how to jab and defend yourself. We're using the jab to start, because it's the most basic punch, most important punch, and then we're defending ourselves after it, right? And Josh's in a left-handed boxing stance, and although he's demonstrating these in a left-handed boxing stance, it's not that much different if you were to be in a right-handed boxing stance. You still have to practice how to defend yourself. You know, like right now we're going to go over the slips, right? You still have to practice slipping both ways, whether you're right-handed or left-handed. So the stances aren't super important, just you're going to practice all the different defensive moves, whether it's a step back and so on and so on. So here we have Josh, right? His good left-handed boxing stance. He's going to throw his jab. He's going to take a little baby step with his front foot, just a little baby step. And then he's going to slip this way to his right, whoop, just like so, right? This would work if I threw a straight punch of any kind. Watch, if he jabs, bang, I throw a jab back, he gets over his shoulder just like that, right? He does it again, bang, I throw a straight right hand, it goes over his shoulders too. So it works either way, right? He's going to jab and slip, bang, whoop, perfect. Now he's going to slip the other way. So when he slips the other way, he's going to dip his front shoulder. Watch, he jabs, slip, whoop, and it works for any punch. Watch, any straight punch, I should say. Whoop, whoop. It's about the timing more so than the exact way you're moving, because you're not always sure exactly what punch is going to come. But it's very important. You're better to make a defensive move than not make a defensive move. Like if he just jabs and leaves his head right there, he's gonna get hit, right? Most likely if I punch. So if he slips, it's better, right? Or other defensive move as well. Jab, slip. Whoop. Now he knows if I put up this hand, he's gonna slip this way. Whoop. If I put up this hand, bang, he's gonna slip that way. Good, so all he's practicing is jabbing and slipping. Good, it's just a drill we do. He can slip either way, really. Good. See, it works either way. Good, I'm gonna have him go this way. Perfect, so that's jabbing and slipping after. Good, so here we are again. I got the sticks, great for defense. Josh is gonna be in his good boxing stance. And we're gonna go over the jab and then rolling after, another form of head movement, right? That we've been over a lot of these moves, broken them down individually in previous episodes, like I mentioned earlier. But now we're starting to combine things, right? We're combining the jab with the defensive move, right? So here's Josh in a good boxing stance. And now, if I'm throwing a wide punch, whether it be a left hook or a right hook, it's a nice move to defend it would be to get under it, roll underneath it. So he's gonna shoot his jab, and this is a guy who might be trying to counter his jab with some sort of hook, right? So he's gonna shoot his jab, bang, I'm gonna swing the hook to try to counter, and he's gonna go right underneath it. Really great move. Actually, I saw a guy using this move a lot. The fight didn't turn out well for him, but Gamboa, when he fought Cruz, he was jabbing when he was getting cracked with a lot of hooks. But when he was in defense mode and really surviving, he was using this jab and getting underneath a lot of Isaac Cruz's hooks. That's what made him last as long as he did. He ended up losing, but this move, he did use this. So he just shoot his jab, bang, get right underneath it, right? He shoot his jab, bang, right underneath it. Pernell Whitaker's really great at doing this as well. Good. A lot of great fighters, right? So he's just kind of gauging. Gauging and seeing which way, if the punch coming, he's using his instincts and his vision to kind of figure out which way he's gonna roll. Bang, good. Bang, good. And you go the other way. Perfect. So that's a jab and a roll. Okay, so here we have Josh again. He's gonna be in a good boxing stance, and we're still working on our defense after we jab, right? So here he is, right? Well, now we're gonna talk about using our hands to defend ourselves, blocking punches, right? So you can block straight punches or you can block wide punches. It just depends. But it's hard sometimes to tell what punch is coming, right? So you have to keep your hands in a good position. A lot of times I see guys when they jab, get in a boxing stance, Josh, they'll jab and they'll their other hand will pull back or come down, or they'll do something funny with this other hand when they jab. That's very dangerous when you're fighting a good counterpuncher. You have to make sure you keep your hands in good position so they are able to block and react. If you were to throw a jab with his lead hand, right, and I come around the other side with this hand, his hand's in a good position to block it, right? That was like a wide hook. Now I might throw this one straight instead, but his hand still doesn't move much. He just turns a little bit. He's watching, right? He's watching me with his eyes to try to see. He's watching my chest. He's to see if the punch is coming wide or it's coming straight, and he'll adjust his hand appropriately for the punch that's coming, right? So he shoots his jab, pop, and he blocks that way. And if he sees a punch maybe come from the other way, pop, good, he pulls his hand up on that side, right? If he sees the punch coming low towards his body, he might use his elbow. See how he kind of just sits in there? Yep, and then the other side. Good. Good, so you practice all these moves. Good, he's jabbing and he's ready for action. Even if I were to throw more punches, he's ready for that too. So you don't just stop at one. Even if you practice this in the mirror on your own, right? You jab. Good, get your hands up. Good. Even if I were to throw an uppercut, he'll seal his arms off, just how we went over blocking uppercuts before too. Good. Winky Wright was really good at this. He'd jab, have his hands in really good position. Good. So that's jabbing and using your hands to block after. So we've been going over different ways to defend yourself after you punch, which is super important, as we mentioned earlier. And now we're going to kind of mix up the defense, right? So we're going to use the blocks, the head movement, and the stepping back. All three of those ways of defending yourself after he jabs. So watch Josh. He's in a good boxing stance, right? So the first thing he's going to do is he's going to block, right? He's going to jab, block. Notice I didn't tell him which way to block. He's watching me. He's gonna jab, he's gonna block. Now a smart fighter just saw you block those shots, right? So you're always open for something. When he blocks a shot, he's open down the middle, for example. One way he's open. So a smart fighter is gonna see, oh, he likes to block on the outside. So now I'm gonna try to shoot something down the middle after he jabs, right? So he's gonna change his defense, right? Now he might slip. Exactly, he might slip the other way. Now I saw him slip that way. So I might try to go around that way because he's leaning his head that way, right? This next time if I'm a smart fighter. So he might block this one again. Good. Now he might step back out of the way because I might try to go for his body or shoot an uppercut or something. Exactly, so he's mixing up his defense, right? Now he might roll a shot if I really try to dive in hard at him because I saw him step back. Exactly, now I saw him roll, so I'm definitely probably going to try to shoot something underneath and he'll step back out the way. Good, or maybe he'll just stand his ground and block the uppercut. Exactly, and then he's ready for all that too. Jab block. Good, slip. Roll. Roll. Body shots. Good. Good, step back. Good, now he'll do whatever he wants. Good, that's why I got him. Good. You won't let it happen again though, right? Good. Exactly. Beautiful. He's switching it up, so I'm not sure. Good, I'm not sure what's he gonna do after, so now I'm confused. Exactly. Good. It's very important to learn all these ways of defending yourself and to use them after you punch, especially after you punch. So today we went over how to defend yourself after you punch, right? It's very important. Defense is important before you punch, when you punch, and after you punch. Today we focused on the after you punch with the most basic punch, the jab, right? Great thing to focus on. You know, because you got to make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's, cover all your bases, and move your head after you punch. You got to tell me action, man. Shot. Oh, shot. Come on, man.